Alright, what's up you guys, and thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. What's up you guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithms. In today's video, I am going to be discussing how and why I purchased distressed properties. I purchased my first distressed property for $7,500 about 6 years ago.
What interests you in your first distressed property?
Well, for one, I purchased my first initial home, my first primary residence at the age of 23. And I moved out of that property, started cash flowing off of that property. And I wanted to figure out a way to purchase other investments as well as the one that I primarily had and held. So I saved up my money and I wanted to actually own my properties outright. I didn't want to have a mortgage to my properties.
Okay. So once you made a decision that you wanted to invest in distressed homes, what made you identify this particular home that you said you paid $7,500?
Well, it's funny because I saw the home on auction.com and it was like, too good to be true. So I was looking at the property and it was like, the bidding started out at like $3,000. And I was looking like, I got $3,000. So it just so happened, I said, well, when I got to town that day to, Montgomery, I said, I'm gonna go ride by it and see it. And so I just rode by it. I noticed that it had some roof damage, the area wasn't the best, but I didn't care about that part, and so I purchased it, and I won it through auction. It was on auction.com.
So you actually visited the property. Were you able to go inside, or were you just able to look just through the window? How does that work when a property is on auction?
Yeah, so actually I was able to look at the property through the windows. It was vacant. I looked through the windows, and then it was another time when I came back down before I closed on it. I was able to actually, walk around it and see the necessary damage to the property. So I wasn't able to initially, go inside of it, but I saw what I needed to see through the windows.
And so once you made this investment and you won the bid for $7,500, what then were your next steps? What did you do next?
So of course you got to go through the closing process, and it's the same process as closing on a property. Outside of I'm buying it cash, it's the same process. No, nothing different. We had to go in, assess all the damage. I had to, round up contractors, things of that nature. I had to, buy material. Keep in mind, this was my first, distressed property, so it was all new to me. I wasn't aware that, I had to get an electrician to go in there and, evaluate it before I can get the power turned on. And so these are some of the things that I was all new to.
Okay. And so once you assess the damage and you actually gather the contractors, tell us about the process when you actually started the renovation. How was that?
So the process was a little strenuous because, again, we were going to a distressed property. There are a lot of hidden defects that you don't know about. And so, a lot of things we wasn't aware of. I wasn't aware that, I was gonna need a whole new roof. I thought that, I was gonna be able to go in, patch up that, existing roof, and that wasn't the case. We had sheetrock that needed to be, replaced. We had cabinets, even the plumbing. The plumbing was fine, but we had some backup in the plumbing, so we had to get, Roto-Rooter, plumbing company out there to snake it, make sure. So there's a lot of things that, I was unaware of, even with that, with purchasing the property.
So can you tell us about how much you feel like you spent in renovating the property?
So I would say I was at about a total of about 12 to 14,000. So, all in costs, I was probably in about 23,000 all in. That's with the purchase and with the renovations.
Okay. And so how long would you say it kind of took you to, because I noticed you said you paid it in cash, you paid for the home in cash. Did you also pay for your renovations in cash?
Absolutely, yeah, I did.
And how long did it take you, because you said that you purchased your first home and then you used that money to kind of purchase your investment property. So how long would you say it took you to kind of save up?
So again, I'm a tightwad. So I don't spend a lot of money. And being that I did have my primary residence that was cash flowing real good, I was positive in that. And so I was utilizing my funds from working, and my funds from, my positive cash flow to be able to save up for that.
What type of work were you doing? You say working.
I'm a barber. I cut hair.
Some pros to investing in distressed properties.
Well, there are a lot of pros to investing in distressed properties. One pro would be no mortgage. If you don't have a mortgage on the property, then you don't have to worry about vacancies, things of that nature. Or if you had a mortgage on the property, then you would have to pay the mortgage. So that'll be an out-of-pocket expense. So that's one pro. And not to mention that owning these properties, the properties that I'm attracted to are properties that are smaller in square footage. I don't attack properties that have, huge square footage, because the more square footage, the more repairs. And so that's how I look at it. Everybody have their ways of, how they attack and strategies, but this is my strategy that I use when it comes down to investment properties. And we also want to talk about, the high returns. In particular areas, they're going to be, high risk, but the reward is huge too. And I'm talking about anywhere from 20, 30 to 40% returns. And those are the type of returns that I like.
Yeah. So tell us about a few cons, like when it comes to investing in distressed homes, that you would say would be cons.
Well, one con would be there's a lot of competition. There are a lot of people, running after these type of homes. Who doesn't want them?
Right. So tell us about your plans in the future for investing. Do you plan to keep investing in distressed properties?
Yes, absolutely. I do plan to continue to invest in distressed homes, but mind you, I still want to go into more commercial, real estate. So I'm utilizing the distressed homes to help create my, net worth, so I can go and buy bigger real estate. So if you're looking to get involved in real estate investing, I would recommend you starting out with distressed properties like myself. That way you are able to not have a mortgage and also generate passive income. If you find this video helpful, again, smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you.